Hi, good afternoon, my dear friends. I'm back here on Facebook Live. Okay, yesterday, I know that a couple of you have followed me, quite a number of you, in fact, they followed me yesterday. I was sharing about Master Your Mind, session 4. It was all about your mind and how you can take control of your mind for this, for a blissful life or for a successful life, so to speak. Okay, there's few illustrations. In fact, I wanted to share yesterday, but unfortunately, due to there was a technical issue, this cross-platform. When I was from Zoom, I was streaming on Facebook. I was having some trouble. Okay, I'm glad today I'm back here, and now things are going. So I'm sharing now at this moment the Master Your Mind slide. You can see the first slide here. Let me just come back here. Hi. Okay, I was just sharing the first slide. So this is a session, part 2 of yesterday's session. Yesterday, there was some technical problem. I was having some challenges. So thank God now we are back here and all of you are able to view me. I want to share some slides here. That's why some illustrations to further explain my message, how the 3 patterns I was talking about yesterday, 3 behavioral patterns. Okay. Now, let me go through one by one. Okay? Give me a second. Let me share the slide to you. Okay, before we touch on the patterns and all that, I think this is something very important that we have to know. Now, this is what we call the iceberg theory. Many trainers use this iceberg theory in business, in relationship, in performance improvement in organizations. We touch this. We use this theory, iceberg theory. Now here, if you can see, what you see above the water level is what visible to other people. Like for example, you are seeing me through the camera. You're seeing me. I'm wearing glasses. How I look, you can see me. I'm wearing a jacket and a shirt inside, so you can only, this is what you can see. This is visible. For those who know more than this basic information, you will know that I'm being an Indian. I know the kind of clothes that I wear, the language I speak, and the physical features. These are actually normally visible to other people. But what is not visible to other people is what is below the water level. Below the sea level. This is not visible. Examples, the values. Every individual value, we won't know what are their values. You won't know my values until you know me very well. We get to know each other, you build rapport, we become friends, then you will know what are my values. To a certain extent, not so much, but to a certain extent at least you will know. And then the beliefs, my attitudes, what kind of attitudes I have, and the perceptions that I have. So these are all very hard to know unless you get to know the person. So in communications, in getting to know another person, building rapport, these are the hidden dimensions that below the water level, below the sea level. The way I communicate, only after you get to know me, you will know that how I communicate and all that. So to be successful, I'm going to share with you the 3 patterns here. Now, to be successful, to achieve whatever you want in your life, pattern number 1, 2, 3, I'm going to share. You will definitely choose the pattern number 3, and that's what I advocate today, pattern number 3. So although you choose pattern number 3, you need to have the values and your belief system all aligned with your goals, or else we cannot achieve. Okay, so let me proceed with this pattern number 1. Now, if you all can follow me, this is the pattern number 1. Pattern number 1 here, it says people who give excuses and they lay blames on other people and easily give up. I think you can relate, even in our lives, some point of our time, we would have, taken initiative to do something. And then we give up halfway, or we give reasons. People get married, they halfway they give up. They start to write a book, or maybe they go for a course and they don't complete the course. Halfway they give up. I have a friend who had given up his master's education. Many people, they give up halfway because they find things difficult, when challenges come in, they give up. Okay, this is a pattern number one. You can see people take action. Sometimes beginning of the year, people want to lose weight. I think you all know that people set goals to lose weight. This is a very, very famous resolution. People want to lose weight. And beginning of the year, normally the gyms are always packed with people. The membership increases. And then towards the mid, the membership level will decrease. That's how the pattern is. It's like a yo-yo. So why they give up? They take action. Initially, they want to lose weight. And then they take action. And then what happened? They fail. They find it difficult. They can't, challenges come in and failure kicks in. When the failure kicks in, what they do? They give excuses. Even people give excuses like, oh, this is because my wife, because of my circumstances, because of my boss, it's not giving me time off, all kind of reasons. I mean, the mind is fantastic a device. You can create reasons after reasons. That's number one. This is no good. I'm not recommending this. This is definitely no good, number one. Pattern number two. These are the people keep trying the same thing over and over again. They keep on trying the same thing again and again. Example, they start a business, for example. They start a business and they fail. They fail, they don't give up. They go back again, they take action again, and they fail again. They do again, they fail again. They do, they fail. They attempt, they fail. They attempt, they fail. So it's kind of loop is going on and on and on and on. And this is not good either. The earlier pattern one give up completely. The pattern number two doesn't give up, but they keep on doing the same thing over and over again. Now, Les Brown, one of my favorite speaker, he mentioned this. I like his quote. He said, this is madness. People who do the same thing over and over again and expect different results. How is that possible? In a relationship, husband and wife, or even any relationship, in the house or at the workplace and what. When you have a conflict or resolution, both of you have some kind of conflict. When you have conflict, what happens? You have certain behaviors and you don't want to change the behavior. The other person don't want to change. At least you can take control of yourself. You change your behavior and see whether you can build rapport with that person. If you cannot, you're the same. So over and over again, you begin to fail. Now this is the kind of people, pattern number two. And this is not good either. Okay, we'll see what is pattern number three. Now this is very interesting, pattern number three. Pattern number three, they get feedback. These are the people always ask for feedback. Example, in Toastmasters, we will, it's actually a communication and leadership club. People come there and do presentation, and then there will be somebody will be evaluating your speech. They will assess you. What are your strengths? What are your areas of that you need to improve? So it's your learning journey. What they will do, we will take up that positive comments, and then whatever need to improve, and we will grow. So this is get feedback from people. So we don't take it as a failure, but we take it as feedback. So this is pattern number three, get feedback, change strategy. Okay? Change strategy and take action. This is pattern number three. Let me go through detail. Now these people, what they do, they set goals. Now, let me remind you again, just merely setting goals is not enough. We need to have our right belief and our correct values. Our values must be good. Our belief must be good. If these are like pillars. If these two is correct, then you set goals. So these people set goals and they will strategize. They will come up with a strategy how to put these goals into action. Example, of course, goal setting is another topic. I can do another video on that later. So this goal setting, once you set a goal already, like example I give you, I want to lose 10 kg in, let's say, 6 months or in a year, 10 kilograms in a year. So you need to have come out with your diet, or you want to do exercise, or exercise, what kind of exercise you want to do, and when you want to do the exercise. So these are very detailed, very minute details and all that. Put it into paper so you have your strategy. So once you have strategy, you put the strategy to work. And what happens? The strategy will cause you fail. But when you fail, what happens? These people don't take failure as failures. they will take failure as feedback. Okay, now example, when I was giving speeches and all that, at times that maybe I have certain my eye contact. My eye contact with the audience is not very good. So when I get feedback, I don't take it as a failure. If I can give you another example, this is a real example that when I was taking part in contests, I was a contest junkie. I used to take part in several speech contests. So when I take part, there was one particular contest, I completely forgot my line. And I froze. So public speaking, that's why they say it's number one fear in the world. So I failed. So that failure, I did not take it as a failure. Of course, in the beginning, I was kind of like, lost hope. I thought whether this is for me. But then I did not give up that easily. So what I did, I took that as a feedback from my friends, and I developed myself. This is just one example. Of course, you can relate. In your life, you would have done so many things. You would have failed in your exams. You would have failed in your exams and business or relationship, anything. So anything also, you don't take it as failure, but we take it as a feedback. So from the feedback, you go back and change your strategy. You got the feedback, change your strategy and do again. So what happens is, once you succeed, so then you put it into action, then you go success. So it's a loop. You set the goal, you put it into action, you your goal into strategy, and strategy to feedback. Okay, so this is pattern number 3, right? So pattern number 3 is ideal. So when you today's message is all about how you set your mind for success. Whatever you take up, let's say you set a goal, you don't give up that easily. Because like what Steve Covey says in his 7 Habits of Successful People, he said, begin with the end in mind. So if you want to start a business, before you start, you must see the successful business enterprise, something very successful. See it in your mental picture. So begin with the end in mind. So once we see that is the goal, that's the end point that you want to reach. But of course, the journey is not going to be very, very easy. It's going to have all kind of, road blocks and bumps and all that. So you go through these challenges, but every time you don't take failures as a failure, but take it as feedback. I think so. This is what I want to share today. In fact, yesterday in my message, I was sharing about this, but due to short of challenges with this presentation and all that slides, I was not able to share. So this is the point I want to share with you. So this is the success formula. Okay. So with that, I wish you a good afternoon, and thank you for joining me. Hope to see you again in the the next session. Okay. All right. Bye bye.